When you pop up on your IG, you can join me.
I'm trying to go to your live. I'm on IG now. You on the Molly Hopkins, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, there you go. I was waiting on it to pop up. There it is.
Oh, I'm on Livy Ray. Sorry.
Oh, wait.
Hold
Uh,
on. No, it was. Hold on. Sorry, I messed up. Hey, y'all. We're live. This is our first time doing this with a guest, so I'm learning how
right.
to multi-stream. Oh, hell. Just kidding, Mayor. Just kidding, Mary.
So do
Hold on.
you on your Miss Nick? I mean, you on your Molly's page, right?
Yeah, on Instagram, but I can't
I
get it to
see.
go away now.
Right. I see your face,
There
but
we go. There we go. Let's go. Hey, y'all. Just give us a second. You know, I'm not real tech savvy, honey. I can do bras and boobs all day. Let's add. Let me go right here. Boom, boom. And I just invited you.
Okay, I see you, and I see you're live. Okay, there you go. Now, okay, there you go.
Hey, you guys. Amy Bailey, stay tuned. Listen, if you want to see us, you can see us right here. Did you add on, Nikki?
See if it shows you a request because it made me send you a request.
Yeah, here we go, y'all. We're trying to multi-stream. We're real tech around this joint.
We're just waiting for that live to add to
Mm-hmm.
Instagram.
Well, while Instagram's waiting, girl, let's see what's going on. I hit it. I hit accept. They trying to block us tonight. They don't want to know what this word is. It says you're
I
unable to
know.
join. I don't know
Cause
why you can't join. Let's see. It says unable to join. Let's try it again.
it says there it's going. Molly accepted your request to join, and hey,
Girl, they didn't want us to go live.
they did not. They did not want us to go live. Let me get you up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday, a little walking in the word. You know,
Yeah.
I've been doing TV for over 10 years now, and I decided that I'm going to take it to the streets in my own way. I want to really bring forth so many amazing businesses, women. Oh, please. Oh, it sounds like The Shining.
Yeah, you got to turn that down because I had to turn mine down too.
Anyway, hey guys. So back to what we were talking about, a little walking in the word. Every week, every day is going to be theme day for clients, businesses, people that I've worked with throughout the years that maybe they're not in the spotlight. Maybe they don't have this big, huge platform, but maybe they do and you just don't know about them because you're not in the places and spaces where they are. Maybe it's time that we align and unite and come together with joint forces to bring amazing things to the public. And I just, Molly on a Mission is really happening. It's really starting. And I'm here with MsNickee, Diva Day International, MsNickee the brand, and the owner of the ZENERGY experience. That's a
Yeah.
mouthful.
Right, the ZENERGY room experience. Yes.
ZENERGY room experience. I know what it is, Lord. I probably need an experience so I could get it all together tonight. So
Right.
introduce yourself, girl. Let them know. Let them know what we're doing tonight, what we're talking about.
Right. Hey guys, I am MsNickee, one word, no period, MsNickee the brand. I am the owner of Diva Day International, which is a full service modeling agency, makeup and hair studio and development firm in Atlanta. But what not many people know, I am also a licensed therapist. And during the pandemic, I pivoted and allowed my degree to work in my favor to help people become whole, release trauma bonds, heal, kind of come to this middle part of their life and figure out what's keeping them stuck and what they need to release in order to move ahead. And so with that, I started the ZENERGY Room experience where I help men, women, children, couples, it doesn't matter. Anybody who's ready to release trauma bonds, figure out why things aren't meshing in their lives, figure out why they're in anxiety situations, high anxiety situations, or are depressed about things, or just so many things that bother us that we don't talk to people about. What I do is provide a safe space for anyone and everyone to come and get to the root of the problem, heal, get in alignment, and get grounded. And so it's called the ZENERGY Room experience, and it's a very huge part of self-care.
Well, one of
So
the things that I love about it is that when I first met you,
mm-hmm.
your energy preceded your persona, which is very large, very boisterous, very
I know.
beautiful. And
I know.
that's what drew me to you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we were both at a charity event. We were both there, you know, serving the community. And I didn't know you, but I felt you before I met you. And
Right.
when you crashed into me like Dave Matthews crashed into me, like
I
our
know.
spirit just collided. And I knew in that moment that I really wanted to do something with you in my lifetime. And we can't always control who our soul wants to be around, you know. Sometimes we
Mm-hmm.
can. Sometimes we got to cut it off because there's no joy and jubilee in that. But sometimes we keep it rocking and we keep it cruising, and we come together for the many reasons that we have throughout the years, and the empowerment that you do and what you do for women. I picked up on that because our missions were in alignment.
Absolutely.
And so as we began to work together and I began to learn from you, and you always, always, always encouraged me, and you've always shown up, always. But
Yeah.
what you gave me, other than just being with me, were tools to love myself, tools for me to be better, tools for me to expand my mind, and tools to shove out the crap. Okay.
Yes.
So obviously, you know, I was raised in a totally Baptist church in a super Christian home and environment, but having traveled all across the globe, there's so many other things that encompass mind, body, spirit.
Right.
And I had no idea that you were even on this journey and this mission to develop your calling into
Mm-hmm.
bringing these holistic practices, these sound baths, these meditation moments. And
Mm-hmm.
at a very pivotal point in my life, I came and I brought one of my really awesome girlfriends too, who was going through some things, because I thought, you know what? Let me take her to an unbiased person, someone that can get right
Mm-hmm.
down to the core and the root and start this healing journey. And so when I came there, it was just incredible. We loved on each other in a sisterhood, and we laughed and we cried and we, you know, we sound bold and we meditated, and we just really burn away some things that we didn't want to believe about ourselves again. So tell me a little bit about what made you really want to develop this skill set and start the ZENERGY Room experience.
In the industry that I'm in, which is the hair, beauty, fashion, entertainment industry, you come across a lot of people who present a strong face and a big smile, and internally they're hurting, and they don't know where to seek help. And I kept running into women that were really broken, and they wanted to mask that pain with hair, makeup, clothes, but it doesn't work unless you are fully, you have this full I don't know the word that I'm trying to use. You have to have a full, intense relationship with yourself in order for that to come on the outside. Your inside has to be in some sort of healing process or healed. And I knew that by trade through college that I had my license to practice therapy. I didn't want to do it in the way that I had been doing it prior, through government services and things of that nature, because sometimes people can't be helped like that. and you've got to reach the other side. So when I kept getting these women that were broken and they needed to talk and they needed advice and they needed all of these amazing things to happen in their lives, and no one was there to touch them, no one would stand in the gap without judgment, no one would hear them, because a lot of people were just sitting there not being heard, was hurting them. I decided, like, look, okay, God, if you're going to put all these women in my face, how can I help them with something that's not superficial? Hair, makeup, clothes is superficial. How can I help them with something that's truly going to help them in their lives on a different level? And me, myself, I started on a healing journey in 2015 when somebody approached me. And I didn't know that I was hurting. I didn't know that I was holding on to baggage. I didn't realize that some of my childhood trauma and my young adult trauma was creating this wall inside of me, and I couldn't move forward because I was still holding on to all of that baggage. And she helped me through. It's two women. They helped me through, and they say, now you have to go on your own spiritual journey and figure out how to heal so you can help heal others, because God has put you in front of people of all walks of life. And you can't just be there for the superficial makeover. You have to help them with their internal makeover. And I just decided, like, you know what, God, I'm going to be obedient, and I'm going to hear you, and I'm going to work in a fashion that fits my degree. And I decided to do holistic therapy because, yes, we go to church and people read the Bible and they have their pastors and the preachers. That's fine. A lot of people feel like when you go holistic, you don't believe in God. Who in the world made that mess up? You know,
Right.
Absolutely believe in God. You know, if there's a higher power, everybody should believe in. I don't care what you call it. Just because we choose not to go the traditional route of going in and paying $200 an hour for a therapist to lay on the couch, and we choose to speak to our ancestors, we choose to light incense, we choose to light sage, we choose sound bowls and smoke therapy and those different things to help us meditate and pray correctly. And I wanted to be one of those people that stood in the gap and had a free judgment zone for people who needed help.
Oh, I think it's a beautiful thing. And you really touched on something super important, because I know that being from the South, living in the South, having a, youth minister, deacon, church going father, it's a little bit different for a lot of these people. And when you have these churchgoers, or the people that say they believe a certain thing, but then they don't practice what they preach, it turns people off from the truth, because they're trying to shove it down your throat and you don't necessarily believe it. And I know what I believe, but having traveled, like I said, meeting other people, understanding that we are all created out of love and we all have a journey. How do we combine that? And how do we use practices and principles that might help us to eliminate some of that funk, you know? And so for me, it's not even that I believe that I'm going to put some crystal on my arm and it's going to heal me. It has nothing to do with that. You know, I'll never forget one time these girls worked for us at a different business that I had, and they just touted crystal all day, crystal all day, crystal all day, but they couldn't get to work because their car was broke down. And I'll never forget somebody making a joke. It's not funny, but it's funny, and said, can they wire wrap them crystals over the hood of that car so it will heal it and they can come to work?
That's funny. That's funny.
It's really true. But in truth and love, there were some things that they were going through, and they weren't doing the work either. So you can't put fixation into a tactile object.
Right.
And think that it's going to be the be all end all. And you also have to, I believe, go through all these trials and tribulations so that you can learn from it and also start practicing new things in order to heal from it and dispel it.
And you said something about crystals, right? And let's dig into that, because the thing about crystals come from the earth. They're natural parts of the earth. Now, you do got those places that have the glass crystals, they make the crystals or anything. Me, I source my crystals. I go to North Carolina and different places where you have to get your boots on and your jeans on, and you're gonna be dirty, and you're digging into rock to get these real crystals, right? Crystals are not talismans. They're not things that hold power, because that, of course, we don't know that, but crystals are energy from the earth. And if you are not mentally aligned and you hold certain things in your heart and in your mind, those crystals are not going to attract what you deserve. You understand what I'm saying? It's more of a, you have to do the shadow work in order for things like that to bring that positive energy to you. It's like the law of attraction. You can't be an
Right.
evil person and then you sitting up in front of the church at the pulpit. You out sleeping with the choir singer and the usher and whomever else, and you in front of the church preaching. You can't do that. That's just like a crystal. You can't have an evil heart and you're vindictive and you're backstabbing and you're a liar and you wearing these crystals. Oh, peace and love. No, it ain't no peace and love in your heart. So that crystal is not going to store that energy from you that is positive. So it's so wild. People want to call it a magical thing. It's not. It's a law of attraction, and the crystal carries that energy to attract what your heart desires if it is pure and your intentions are pure.
So when you do your services,
Mhm.
and you have a way, we'll get to the end of this where people can figure out how to reach you. When you do
Mhm.
them, I know that you have a ZENERGY room, but you also do some
Yes,
virtual consults. So do
I
you
do.
do like an intake consult first, or do you have a specific application of what you feel like is good for soul healing?
Mhm. If someone says to me, I want to have a session, I said, well, we got to have a discussion first. Why? Because some people are looking for a miracle heal. Just like if somebody is sick, they want to go get this miracle pill that's going to cure them. No, it's not. You got to put work in. So for me, I have to talk to you first. I had someone recently come to me and they said, oh, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. But in the same breath, you were talking about voices in your head, and you were talking about different things that were, for me, is that you had evil spirit on you because you couldn't see anything positive in your life. And then as they continued to talk to me, I really, being a licensed therapist, being someone who graduated from college with that degree, clinically I saw you have paranoid schizophrenic symptoms, and I can't help you with that, but I can direct you where you need to go. But if it's someone dealing with emotional trauma, with childhood trauma, with anxiety, with thought processes that keep them kind of confused about things, these are things that I can deal with and help you find a common ground for you so you can move forward, help you let go of certain things. So basically, it's about having that consultation first, talking to someone and finding out what the problem is that they're dealing with, because sometimes
Mhm.
it's not even what they think. Some people can be their own self-saboteurs and not know it. But if you talk to someone that doesn't judge you, you're more apt to really tell what's going on. So a person like me, I can assess and say, okay, you need smoke therapy, or you need sound therapy, or you need all, both in one session. And then you need, I don't do tarot cards, but I do chakra cards. There are things that, I put in place to say, okay, this is what we're going to do for you. Everybody's session is not the same.
Absolutely. I figured, you did that initial consult. And,
Mhm.
sometimes when you are in alignment with yourself and your mission and your healing, just like you said, there may be people that you say, I'm not going to be able to help you.
Mhm.
And, I've had to pull that in truth and love
Mhm.
when people have specific expectations in my shop.
Mhm.
Sometimes they want things I can't give them. And that's why I'm doing this, because the bra
Right.
is the catalyst that gets people to me.
I
But when the
want to let me put
following,
you pause real quick. You got people on here saying, "How can we listen? Where is she?" I sent the link. Is there any way we can send this link out?
yes,
So the link that you sent me, I can send it to people because they're
no,
wanting to hear.
no, but we're on YouTube. On
Oh,
my YouTube live, it's a
go
different
to.
link. It's the one that was in my Instagram that I sent you earlier.
Uh-huh.
In the post,
Okay.
we bagged out on our IG, honey. It wasn't.
Oh, that's where they going.
I
IG.
don't know what happened. It blanked us out,
Oh Lord. So
honey.
I
They
can just
not trying to hear this.
they don't want nobody to hear things that keep you from the pharmacist getting those pharmaceuticals to heal yourself or think you are, curing something. That's what they want. They don't want you to get holistic healing, herbal healing, any of those things that don't require their hand in it. I realized that long ago. If the doctors aren't able to prescribe a pill for you, they don't want to hear anything.
That's
Everybody,
absolutely truthful, and I believe that. I grew up on a farm. My
you
grandmother
did?
had
Oh yeah, you did.
My grandmother went outside. If we got cut, she had aloe. If we were sick, she had something that she was
Right.
creating as her tinctures. She
Yes.
kept different things from the animals and boiled it and made so many things. That's why even today, like when I had 2 C-sections, I could not take the pain meds. It made me absolutely blah, 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 blah. Like
Right.
that's not my thing. Um, but they don't because it's a business
Right. It's a
and it's
business.
a
Absolutely.
big business.
Yep.
And I know that a lot of people do it out of convenience. I mean, I get pushed back every day about why did I do Plexus? It wasn't for a business. It was because the probiotics help me and there's natural products in there that have really, really helped me in my own self journey for health and wellness. And
Right.
now that I'm coming into this new latter half of my life, pushing up on 50, there's things that I know that if I didn't change about myself could kill me, and stressors of a business, stressors of being in reality television. So having someone like yourself, and many other women, I'm going to have prophetess Martha Thomas on Friday. Her belief system is different, but yet the principalities of how to do it is the same.
It's the same.
So there's so many different people that I want to bring on so that these people can be healed and they can start a journey for their own self-love and self-healing. And I just want to thank you because you've helped me exponentially. And there's been many times when you called me, and I don't usually say something's going on. You would just call and say, I felt like I need to call you. What's up?
Yeah.
And that is because we've been working for a long time to try to be in alignment with each other, our spirits, our souls, our thinking, to help women and be on a mission. And that's what we're doing. And
Yeah.
when I came there, I've always wanted to go, sit and chill with the monks. That's like something I've always wanted to do ever since I was little. And I love sound. My background is in music, and I thought I was going to be in music ministry. Um, and the way that spirit speaks to me, and I always used to receive it, was always through praise and worship in the very beginning. And so to be in a super quiet, only the sound of a sound bowl coming in, it allows me to shut out everything else that's coming in that are my thoughts. And I'm able to put in the good so that the bad can go away, because sound for me is everything.
And that's what certain music, if you go to Andre 3000's new album with the flute,
Oh,
is very much like that. There is sound bowls and music like that. There are frequencies that your body naturally connects to. And in that frequency, it allows you to, what I like to call, open up your third eye so that you can kind of settle in and find yourself in a way. And it calms your spirit. But that's what music is designed to do. That's why rap music, heavy metal, country, blues, all these different things make people feel so many different ways. So
ways.
when you do things like what I do with sound therapy, my sound therapy, my gosh, you have to be able to play to divine femininity and your divine masculinity. That means when you're playing a sound bowl, you need to be able to reverse your movement from one to another so that you can really kind of center the person that you're dealing with. What I did, I have a chakra bowl This is crystal quartz, but you see on the inside how it goes, the chakra colors from top to bottom. It's a huge bowl, and when you play these bowls, a lot of people like to start with a and think that they should carry the bowl, right? So as I stop it, being who I am and what I do, I simply start and it brings about the energy, and then being able to go backwards for the masculine and divine femininity. That sound changes for different individuals. It's never the same because it's either your frequency or it's not. And I love sound bowl therapy. I play like 7 of them, so I love it.
My hair just stood up on my arms, just even in that small briefing moment, because I know how awesome it is.
It is. It's amazing.
You know, I remember back in the day being little and the song, the commercial when it was bringing the world together. There's been several. Coca-Cola's done a fantastic job in advertising. But if you think about that peace and love of the hippie area and the I'd like to teach the world to sing like in perfect harmony.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Now, granted, it was in that moment, like they were bringing together so many different people from all races, men, women, all the things. And then you come with, Heal the World, which was for a campaign for sickness, right? To raise much needed funds. But a little bit later in the 80s, but still those types of melodic tunes and then putting it with so many different types of people.
Right.
It stirs something in your soul.
It does. It does. It does. And when I do the sessions, it's about, okay, so when you come to a session, you can't have your outside clothes on. You have to change it to something that hasn't touched the outside world. And you don't have shoes on, and you sit down because in that moment, your phone should be turned off because the world should be turned off. We live in white noise. We live in that. There's white noise around us all the time. But when you have to take those moments to clear your mind, you've got to clear everything out. And where the sound comes in, it then connects with your frequency. So you're not thinking of anything else but yourself. It's not a selfish moment. It's a selfless moment, because in that moment, it's about you and your healing. So having that frequency going, it takes you there. It allows you to calm the inside and shut out the outside world. So you can begin whatever your journey is in that moment.
Well, I'm super excited to head into the new year with so many things that we have planned. And if you are watching this video and you're in need of some healing, if you're not local, how can they reach you if they're outside of Georgia?
We do virtual therapy, and what that entails is I'll give you a list of things that you'll need to have in your presence when we have a session. And we'll do that either through a Zoom, or if you wanted to do a Facebook group meeting, however you want to do it virtually, we can. If you're here in Georgia, because I have several clients in New York that I work with, and they're virtually. If you wanted to do it here in Georgia, all you have to do is go on Instagram under MsNickee, that's MsNickee, or on Facebook under the ZENERGY Room Experience. You leave a message. One of the operators will get with you so that we can set you up an appointment. And on that day, if you decide to have a session, please understand it's about you. You can't have an appointment I got to get to. I got to be somewhere. No, that day, you will be tired. You will be emotional. It will take a lot out of you, because if you're serious about your healing, my sessions are very deep. It is in a safe space. There's no judgment, honey, because I can't judge nobody with all the stuff I done did in my life. Nonetheless, you have to feel so comfortable, and I make you that comfortable. So you can email me at MsNickee@gmail.com. You can go to the Facebook under the ZENERGY Room Experience. We can set you up an appointment, and it's always needed. Even if you're just going through something small, sometimes you can't balance just from that small thing. and you need some sort of therapy. I want everybody to get that. Healing is essential for us to move forward with what we want to do in our lives.
Well, even just having these talks just in this moment is healing for me. It just helps me think of what I want to do and how I want to do it and who I want to help. And we just had
Mm-hmm.
somebody post, April Cowan, hey girl, that she's in Atlanta and she truly needs this. So where two or more are gathered.
Come on.
When
Yes.
Molly's on a mission and MsNickee Mack is on that same mission, we can help you. We would love to help you in any way that you need. I have decided after 17 years, it's time for me to bring forth people that I do business with in a different way.
Absolutely.
Because for me, it doesn't always just have to be about bras. Even though that's the catalyst that brings you to me, this is my ministry as well. So to be able to highlight and bring forth people that I work with in a different way, as my own person, and not waiting on somebody to tell me I have to film or not, is exactly what we're going to be doing moving forward. So please make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you go follow MsNickee and message her at the ZENERGY room. And there is nothing that we can't do together to heal ourselves, heal the world, make it a better
Absolutely.
place.
And I
Are you
want to
doing
say
any?
this to you.
Oh, sorry.
I want to say this to you because in while we're talking, um, what I'm feeling, we are so connected. You know this. We have been friends for so many years. But I feel a sadness that came to me. Like I literally got tears in my eyes right now, and it's directly geared for you. It's coming from you. I'm sorry. Um, and I'm saying I'm being told to say emotionally, it's okay, and you don't have to walk on eggshells. I don't know what that means, but that's what's coming. And I need to play this for you. Can I play this for you?
Absolutely.
And that was
Woo!
for I don't know what it is, but there needs to be a balance in a male. Ah, it's a divine masculine and a divine feminine. A balance has to happen, and that's what that was for you. And that's I just when my heart feels stuff, I have to say it to the person I'm in front of, and my heart says you have to find a balance. And I don't know what that was, but I love you like my sister, so when that comes to me, I have to share that with you. I have to be obedient to what comes to me. And your healing is ongoing, and you are on such a divine path. It is so beautiful. And you've got to be aware of your surroundings, and anything that brings you sadness has got to leave in order for you to go to your next level.
Well, I love it. I love it, and when you feel sadness, sometimes it's because there's something that you thought you loved or something that you thought was
Mm-hmm.
it is leaving the
Mm-hmm.
building. And I don't
Yes.
know that I'm sad for being sad. I'm
Right.
sad because it's a
The
happy
departure.
tear and the
Yeah.
departure, because
Yeah.
we all have to go through this stuff. But I'm so grateful for the lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
so grateful for you, because I'll be honest with you, when you've had to be that person,
Mm-hmm.
when you've had to play the role, and you've
Mm-hmm.
had to muscle up, and you felt like you had to bring in that energy that wasn't feminine,
Yes.
Sometimes it's hard until you start this journey to let that go and actually live
Yeah. And that's where you are.
in
You
your
don't have to
beauty,
survive
your
it.
femininity, your
Yes.
sexiness, your
Yes.
softness.
Yes.
Because I'm tough.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
But
be
you don't have to
soft.
live to survive anymore. You can live out loud and live within your calling. That's
That's
where you are.
absolutely right. And that's why
Mhm.
we're here tonight. And I'm so grateful that you decided to walk a little bit in the Word on Wednesday. You guys make sure you follow us, follow the YouTube. And not only that, I'm just going to go off a little bit to the left. Everybody always asks me about my glasses.
Mhm.
There's 3 glass companies that I buy glasses from. One is a little sweet angel who I sell in my store some to support her so that when she's older, she can self sustain herself because her
Yes.
parents, Adrian from Hot Shades.
Mhm.
Another is I, EYE, I don't know how you say it, but they got some fun little things out of New
Yeah.
York and I
Yeah.
met them. But my absolute number one favorite sunglass seller, provider, dealer is this woman right here. She is a Jill of all trades. And you see it eyewear is that's what I wear every
Yeah.
day. Sometimes
Yeah.
I switch it up 2 or 3 times a day, depending on my mood. And I have probably 100 pairs of glasses from you because that's my
Yeah.
accessory that I love the most. And so,
Yes.
you guys, if you're looking for some holiday gifts, or if you want to gift someone a session, make sure you reach out. She will be
Yeah.
available and ready to take care of you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And with you mentioned my You See It Eyewear. It is You See It Eyewear.com spelled out correctly. And we are giving holiday gifts with purchase this year. So if you purchase something, you'll get the holiday gift in your box with your glasses.
Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And on the
And
next time, because we're going to be coming back with other small business that she does, and we're going to be doing some fashion shows headed into the new
yes,
year. And if you
yes.
are someone that needs to build a little more confidence in your walk and your talk, and you need a little
Mhm.
style, she can do that too. We didn't focus on that tonight because we're going to start off in this, healing lane and space.
Absolutely.
But we're going to kick it up a notch on the next one. So you guys make sure you follow my YouTube, follow us, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Mwah. Love ya.
Love you.